Hey guys, yes, good to see everybody. You got Lady Hippy here. Of course, I'm at the bar. It's nice to have one of these in the house. Forgive my appearance, I'm all a mess. And my husband fixed my glasses for me, but I kind of like my old pair, so don't wear any notes today. Where do I start? It's a nightmare out there. It's so hot you just melt. I mean, it's one of those Johnny Carson jokes. How hot is it? The pearls in my headband melted, so it's freaking hot, and it's still early. Mm. I see my mic is a little too close, but let me see if I can get the reverb out here. I hope that's better and you can still hear me. I found one that could be heard on, and I had done this, so I wear all the hats here. Excuse me. Ugh, it's been one hell of a day already. Just Walmart. I ended up going by Walmart in another store because Walmart didn't have it for a change. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody out here coming in and listening to this old lady be a hippie. This social Woodstock, guys, it's free and it's for entertainment purposes only. If you guys see me, hear me, hit the like. If you don't like it, hit the dislike. You know, hit that bell. Subscribe. It's free. You can take it off in 2 seconds. Really helps the channel out, guys. It really does. And I appreciate every living one of you who are out here and putting up with me. You're just God's angels. That's all I can say. So I got live chat open. Of course, I'm on between 10 and 12, so it's a rush job to get up here. And usually I don't wear a dress or kilt or anything when I go to the store if I can help it, because I end up wearing those anyway. So today I'm just in a floral blouse, jeans, and a cute little pair of shoes. Have those little straps over so they're sandals, but they have that wide elastic. They're cute. So and of course the rest of me is still a mess. Pardon me. Yes, the headband is like a tradition for me now. Is that I got to go back and get some more headbands to change that look occasionally. So, what did you want to talk about today? I've got live chat open. If I can catch any of you, throw a comment in. Yesterday there was a few. I need to set this into Facebook more often. And I put 20 of them up there, and I don't even know if they were seen because when the time I get through doing this, and that's if I add it, which I generally don't, then I have other things I have to do because I try to get through here at least an hour because I'm an old woman and I want to talk about everything. So pop in with social Woodstock, we talk about everything and then some. Doesn't have my stiffener today. I managed to run for that just after I got back from grocery shopping. Oh my word, you can get 10 items and it's 150 with tax. You're like, what? I bought two little knee-high socks and I usually use the self-checkout. And that's Picky throwing stuff out. Okay, nope, that was Fast Walker throwing stuff out. There's stuff in the chairs, and she just threw one of my ceramics down on the floor. She's looking at it like it did it by itself. she used that chair like the others do. They all taught her run up it on the top, and you can get to me at the bar. Right now, I have three on the bar. I have Fancy, who's long-haired white with patches of orange. Well, his ears and tail, beautiful cat. Then I have Kit. I called him Kit Kit. I saved his life 3 times. I didn't know if I would be able to any of the times that he came around. So he's my special one. He's got yellow eyes and he's black and white, spotted. He's a certain breed because I used to treat his granddaddy for a broken leg. And now I'm gratified to see that I've at least saved one of his children because he disappeared back when the neighbor was throwing out a trap and release cage and taking him to the kill shelter. We weren't happy with that, but we couldn't say anything. I mean, at this point, we've got too many cats as it is. But he was saved, and he looks like this all the time. He's got a little head crook to it, and his eyes are white, and that yellow with the black. It's. I got to get pictures. And of course, my Pixie. I named her Pixie after fly. I would say fairies, but because she gets everywhere, she has an attitude. She shoves stuff off. And she'll shove it, shove it, shove it. It might take her 2 hours. She'll shove that bitch, and finally it'll fall over. She's good. I've never seen that in any animal I ever had, literally in all my days, until this one. I saw a commercial of it, but I'd never seen one do it. This was a mess. You can't leave anything anywhere. You better let her down. It's difficult now. My husband bought me two new, what would you call them, curio cabinets, and they have glass behind it, and one's I love the darker wood, and so that one's a darker one. Then the one next to it is shelves, and it's like a square. The other one's tall and really pretty. The other one's more functional. It's all glass. The tops of them are glass, and inside is all glass. And my guys are just not good with glass. I tried to tell him that, but he got it anyway. So he broke one piece already putting that in. So that didn't work out as well as expected. So, yeah. How's everybody else's day going? Does it feel like a freaking Monday or is it only me? Still, the Americans, us included, are still trying to throw their last former president in jail. I don't know who thinks that's a good idea. Is anybody given a speck of a thought to what the hell that looks like to the rest of the world? Look it up. You can get everything at your fingertips these days. I mean, if you can go satellite Google Map, you can do that shit. Get your ass up here. Come on. I want to hear both sides. If you're in the Augusta area, throw a comment in. I'll have you in as a guest. We could speak all day long. It's free. I believe it would be entertaining. I'm rather set in my ways, but I'm also, I forgot, Fast Walker is back on the chair. I call her Gizmo. She's about 8 weeks, maybe 9. And they're doing the Kitty 500. I don't know why my other guys started doing that. Kidster is laying just behind the computer, which is what I'm using to do my podcast. Yeah, I have music on behind me. The man cave, my husband forgot to turn off the telly, so I was like, I don't want to hear that. So I turned music up a little bit. So forgive me if I have to get closer to you in order to say a bunch of nonsense and see if you guys will show up. Come on, that's entertaining. Don't say it. So, on top of all the little things that are going on, I forgot Tasman's up here now. He's one of the black ones. I just have cats. We have 3 of them on the bar now. They interchange. There's another one, and the one got there. I was hoping to get through an entire podcast without that happening. Robert and I just haven't had the rear end and so forth to go up and clear out the guest room, which has become a catch-all because we took everything out of the bottom floor and put it in a pod. And there were certain things I didn't want out there, and I took them upstairs. So now it's like what hoarding show. It's not that bad, but it's closed. It's one room. So now I got to get to it. But like I said, he bought me the display cabinets. That was the word I was looking for. I knew it would come to me. What was in those shots? A lot of liquor. I like the cherry best. He's really sweet to me. He knows I was taking a shot. It was cost us a fortune. 12-year-old scotch is not cheap. And I grab one of those for my stiffeners in the mornings and run over here and do you, and then run around to everything else. It's a fallacy what people say when I'm retired. You're not retired. You're working more because you're at home. I'm like, I told my husband, I got to be off by 5. Got to be off by 5. Changed the animal feedings and all that too. 3 to 4, and then dinner at 4, maybe 5. Dishwasher ready kind of thing. I wanted to be off by 5 like everybody else's who works. It did not come out well. It just didn't. I'm still doing 8, 9 o'clock going, damn. It can't be this late. Oh, I love this. My husband has been doing that. He fixed my glasses, like I said, and the tiny little screws that come loose. And he has repair kits because it's always the screw or the nose piece. And I couldn't get my fingers on that with my arthritis, so I had to get him to do it for me. And he was sweet. He took care of that right away for me, even though he knew I was using backup glasses. These are, I can see fine without, I can see fine in this, but they're not, whatever it is. They don't go to dark when you go outside. They're just glasses, but I can see fine. And I kind of like them, that gunmetal gray. Y'all hit me in the chat if you like it better than the other ones. It's heavier, but it's a gunmetal gray, and I like that. At this point, I'm thinking, these guys are bored stiff if they're up here. It's the bar, baby. This is what hippies do. We talk about love and sincerity and how the shit is going on around us. Or at least I do. Come see me. Come be a part of the social website. I would. Wait a minute. Pixie took down the fireplace screen. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of a day. I did get some comfort food while I was out. I got me some carrot cakes, some donuts, some hot milk chocolate, some caramels. I intend to be well comforted today. Some more tea because I'm running out of chamomile. And chamomile I love that. People may not think it works, but it does. Even I will go with it and do the chamomile if I'm upset or something's going on that I don't like. I'll go in and get me some chamomile, sit down for a little while. I like it in the evenings. And I use a sleepy time medley there to sleep even better than the things that are prescribed for me. I try not to take those. I'm not sure if the VA likes it or not. I pay for it, so right now I am. Yeah, I'm not supposed to have this much at one time, so I'm going to cheat today. So don't tell the blooming soul. I doubt highly that he watches these, although he was watching. He's subscribed. All of you out there, again, if you could hear me, subscribe, like, do something. Come and see me. I love that. I still haven't seen anybody grab on and say they're coming. Thank you. I like Wish, which is now Temu. I don't understand why, but it's still Wish, as far as I'm concerned. And I had a $5 discount, and then I had several items I could get for, I think it's a penny, because I've been a customer since they started, basically. And it's where I get my casual clothes, my 50s dresses. I call them 50s dresses. They're retro dresses, and they're very comfortable, and they come down to mid-calf, so I can run around all day at home. And a friend of mine on Facebook said I was doing like the 50s did, like Lucille Ball and them, and saying, did you actually wear that to vacuum? Yeah, it did. The real pisser people that show up when you're sick, you're down, you ain't clutched the house in 2 days. You got a husband who don't do it. He'll cook something. He doesn't usually do it. He did do it, I think yesterday, do dishes. So no, a shout out to Hubby. He's doing really good. But generally, men don't do those things. And they won't notice it. If I ask him or show him something, he'll take care of it for me. But generally, that's not a dude thing. And I have no problem with that. It just isn't. Yeah, so that's the day 400 people will jump in and say, hi, how have you been? I'm fine. Just sit there next to that pile of clothes. You want to what? No, I don't have none of that. Been down for a couple of days. Yeah, that's on my wood floors, everything you do. And we don't take our shoes off. It's not something we did as a kid, so we don't do it now. I see I'm reflecting in my glasses. I don't know how to get rid of that. Yeah. I guess take the glasses off. They're reflecting back at us. Yeah, well, it adds 40 pounds on when you do a podcast. If you look at a 70-inch screen, you'll scream your ass off. Yeah, it includes some. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff about cloning, but apparently the cloning's only the superstars. Although I gotta admit, I don't know how that boy got out of that car wreck and is okay now. What's his name? I can't. It'll come to me. But he does look totally different in the two pictures. The whole face structure is not the same at all. It's just nowhere near the same. So who's the dude that's playing him? Did he die and they put another dude in? Because this guy don't look shit like that at all. He had a triple X on the back of his neck, and it's not Van Diesel. I can't think of who it is. But yeah, Jamie Foxx. That's who. Totally different. So I can see what would raise some eyebrows, unless they're just using a really bad picture. Could be Cat. I don't know. I decided to maybe to investigate and start dropping a few of these videos because they end up talking about them anyway. And okay, now let's go. Well, I get up here and I just fidget. Seeing that it's still doing it. I don't know why, but it seems to me, I know it's a mirror image and I still get it wrong. Robert bought this for me. I think it's really lovely and it goes well with this outfit, but it's not playing right today. Somewhat. No, I was not going naked on camera. Please forgive me. And go ahead. Anyway, I see that it wasn't just one person. They were talking about several people, and I watched another person who was reacting by picking out videos and dropping a video. It kind of seems to be the way to go. Actually, I didn't think it was good because I thought, well, I'm a published author myself, and it's nice to know they can't plagiarize me. They can't take my book and make it theirs. And so I was very hesitant about dropping videos for the same reason. It just didn't seem right to take other people's work and put it on my broadcast. So I have yet to do so, and I've been investigating it. It might go that way because it seems that I would reach a bit more of an audience if I did. And those are things that I enjoy doing, that I enjoy seeing. I love being in a medieval fair because I have several gowns that I wear. I love the 50s era. I have tons of those. I've got floor length dresses that are sitting in the closet I need to go out on, find somewhere to go here in Augusta. I did find there's a comedy club, so we're trying to plan to go there. And I don't know if they're still doing his reunion. It'd be his family, even though I'm married into the family. I don't go. I don't. Those people they had a wonderful time tearing me a new ass, I'll tell you. Yeah. So they don't want to see me. I'm probably going to pay back to it. I'm going to need bail money. So I tell my husband I'm not going. I'd love to. I really would. There's a couple of them I could just. Nice to see you. He doesn't want me to go to jail. So I'm staying. Wonder when that's coming up. He's got a whole big RV, a drivable one, but it's awesome. It's huge to me. Inside it's about the same amount of space that it is down on the first floor here in the house. But it's not a big house. So I was looking forward to that. We were going to go to North Carolina and go gem mining. Gem mining up there, they give you a bucket. You get a $20 bucket, a $40 bucket, you get a bucket. But whichever one you want to do. Generally, we do the $20 buckets a couple of times. And they give you a chart so you can see what a sapphire looks like in stone, and before it's polished up. And I love doing that. We found a bunch of rubies, sapphires. I mean, we cleaned up. Somebody keeps trying to reach me from 478 number, and I don't know anyone that would have my number legally at the 478 area code. I know the area code is down below Macon, Georgia. This is my area code. And nobody has my phone number. They can contact me on Facebook. They can contact me by email if they don't have my phone number. And that would be half of his relatives up there. Probably all of them. He understands, thank God. I mean, I just had enough. It's one thing to be a gossip granny. It's another to be a backstabbing bitch. And I got a lot of those in his family. Ugly little bitches, too. I mean, no need for that shit. And now I'm looking to kill her. At least give him a good ass whooping. So, yeah, I can't go. It'd be wise that they not see him here. So I'd have to go get a hotel room so I didn't kill him. He put me some more Irish cream. I really cheat my ass off up here. Hippy. Hippy. It's like pirate. Instantly what's going on. Hippy. I know then exactly what's going on. I don't know about y'all. Come on. They call y'all baby boomers. Don't call me a baby boomer because I'm a damn hippie. proud of it. Served my country several years. Served my country civilly several years. A couple of decades. So I reckon I'm good on that side. And these earphones, I love my earphones, but I have earrings on. And I always tend to forget to take them off. So they'll just be pushed into my head the whole time I have these on. And then, of course, I fidget. So, yeah. So let's see. They still have the thing going on with the universities. Don't know why. Don't have a clue why this is happening. These community members, for one, shouldn't be on campus. When I was in college, I didn't go to university. I went to college. I was active duty Army, and they were paying for stuff, and so yeah. And when I went into the Army, when I enlisted at the late entry, we were using manual typewriters. Now they did have electric in the military. They weren't great, but they were electric, and I loved those bitches. I really did because I was so used to that, and I was good at it. Nobody uses shorthand. I still do shorthand. My husband goes, "What is that?" There's a note on the fridge. I'm like, see, I had to run or something, and I'm doing it. So just to screw with it, just like that. Yeah. But yeah, I still do all that. They don't use it. Then we had the electric typewriter. It was correctable. Way back. I was so used to carbon paper, and Xerox showed up. It's made our job so much easier. Instead of doing an hour's worth of work, it was 5 minutes. Literally. I mean, finally, they just pretty much replaced us. It's all electric. Phones, everything. Hit star +7 and the pound number. It will tell you to screw you. I hate those things. I really do. That's really bugging me today. I don't know why. It's giving me a headache. And I'm not fun when I have a headache. I'm nearly not fun all the time anyway. So we got through some of the list of stuff that's going on. I was still gratified to see that the Israelis, the IDF, had managed to rescue 4 hostages. It's the diamonds, they call them. The diamonds are secure. And I was almost in tears when I was watching. And I've watched it again 2 or 3 times, learning what, because he had to fight, literally almost hand to hand, house to house, house to house. Well, not trying to kill anybody. Meanwhile, Hamas is trying to kill them. Oh, yeah. And they still managed to get them hostages out and alive at that time. And just watching some of the footage, I don't know how they did it. It's a miracle. I mean, that was a miracle. The IDF got those guys out. I was so gratified to see the one girl that everybody saw her video where she was on the back of the motorcycle. She's screaming to her fiance, and they're beating him to death. And she's screaming for help on the back of that motorcycle. She can't get away. And she came home. And the others as well. It's just good to see it. They've been screaming for the civilians in Israel have been screaming at Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, to get their hostages out. I had hoped that they saw the footage last night or the night before last that these guys got them. First, you got to have the intel saying, okay, they're right here. I remember them getting a private back out of the first war in Iraq. She was wounded at the hospital, and the doctor went and told them where she was. He'd been hiding her, more or less, but he knew they was going to find her, so he told the army where to find her at, and they swooped in. They got the young lady. Well, this is, I'm assuming, what happened with the 4 hostages. They managed to, they didn't even realize they had to run, so they were running, I'm sure. I wouldn't have either. And like I said, I was just gratified, especially to see the one young lady that was on the back of that motorcycle. She was not healthy, but she was alive. And they were able to run, which was important. They had to run. And these forces were being fired on. They're laying down cover fire to get these 4 diamonds to a helicopter. And I'm sure the helicopter's praying they don't have an RPG, because that would have taken out the helicopter. They had to do a swift run and grab and get them out. And they did that perfectly. I mean, brilliant. I'm so proud of all of them and so grateful to see we have 4 come home. They're still born. These people they were never put in the tunnels either. So this is another reason that I think that they were able to find them. Because there's hundreds of clicks of tunnel down there. This isn't one straight line, this is everywhere because it's like an anthill. What you can see, the little busy ones, yeah, but the rest of them down here you can't see. And that's what they've done with this tunnel. I'll say tunnel, but it's tunnels. It's frightening. Mind you, they had to fight that by hand now, but it was within the earth mainly, with just wood holding things up. But they called them rats because they had to get in there. And again, it's just a miracle that they got out. The hostages got out, and I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't think anyone does in Israel politics. The runner for Benjamin Netanyahu, and he was head of the war cabinet, I think, something along that line. You'd have to check it too. He resigned the morning they brought, maybe even that night, they brought the hostages back. He instantly resigned. What the flip is that? Even Mr. Prime Minister Netanyahu asked him to please stay, not to go, to please stay. Don't resign. We need to stick together. We need to be one. And he's right. They're being vilified by the rest of the world for defending themselves. I don't get it. So if you guys have an idea, bring it, because we need to see both sides up here, and I don't see it. I have no way I can even comprehend what is going on in my country lately about this. And I feel strongly about that. So that's good. I believe we have some more people out here who feel the way I do. I know that some of my Facebook friends, they don't want to do it. Apparently, they're afraid. Somebody will catch it, not like it, whatever. I bring it. I'm a problem. Bring it. I'll take your ass on. Yeah, I would look forward to that. And I do. So bring it. Let's all get together at B Social Woodstock while we can. Let's talk about this crap. It's horrible. Why would somebody who's the head of the war cabinet or secretary of defense, whatever his title was, resign when they had just rescued 4 hostages and brought them home? That was a miracle, absolute miracle. I think they called the operation after one of the young men who was killed. Part of their battalion had been killed. I'm not sure, but I hate to see what's going on both sides. And they're saying that they're guilty of war crimes against the civilians. Well, for one thing, they inflate the numbers and they inflate what's being done. That's never true. And the Israelis have saved more civilians than we ever did. And I thought we were pretty good. And the IDF is better. They're better. Those guys, they got them home without a scratch. It's a miracle. I was watching CBN, the Broadcasting Network, and I like Gordon Robertson. I didn't care for his father. I don't care for preachers much. I don't dislike them. I just don't care to be preached at. We'll put it that way. I don't need to be told, read John 15 and you're going to hell, this kind of thing. Fight me. So I said, okay. But Gordon Robertson is one of the broadcasters on CBN Network. And I go to CBN Network to find out what's going on in the world because their political channels are no news channels, at least to me. If you guys like them, that's power to you. You're allowed to do that, like whatever you want, it's your own opinion, so forth and so on. I just haven't found anything in what they call news, so politics. It's not. What are you doing? Don't do that. In my headphones, it sounds like there's somebody right behind me chewing gravel. I'm like, what are they do? She's got a ball. Fast Walker, that little tiny one. And the cats all protect her and teach her stuff like rub on the furniture. You can tell which cat taught her that because they do have different personalities and they don't do it the same way. So you see Fast Walker running through and she'll hop onto my red chair, and I love that chair. And Robert just got it for me last year. She'll do that. She'll fly out. And she does the same to me. Sometimes I'll be in the bedroom and the doors are open and she'll come in, jump on the bed. And I'll be doing something, not paying attention. She will jump on my chest and hook me. And I'm like, ow. shit, shit. So, but I know who taught her that. That was Serenity that taught her that. So first she can't get on top of the refrigerator. Serenity gets up there, opens the cabinet, goes in. Just being a cat. I never had cats who did these things. And again, I reverted back to myself. I'm actually very entertaining. I'm hoping my Facebook buddies see this. I'll try to post it to Facebook. It's easier for them to see it. I don't know why. I can pull YouTube, see myself all the time. I can understand why actors really don't watch whatever movie, whatever show they're doing. It's really unusual to look up, especially at my age. Starting with a manual typewriter and shorthand by the time I went active duty and they actually fought over it too. They told me that it was difficult to get an admin assistant. So, yeah, I worked at the Academy of Health Sciences was my first duty station. And I ran the nursing science division, the paperwork side. Back then, doctors did not do it themselves. You had to do all that for them. And so they would record it, and you had to listen and type at the same time. And people talk fast. So, and then it was changing like every 6 months, even in the army. And we're kind of slow. They said that to hurry up, wait, like politicians. So I see him running by here, and I wanted to drop one real fast today. Um, Still worried about my granddaughter going to school. They're still indoctrinating these kids and not teaching them shit. This kid's always on a tablet or she's on her phone. I grew up, you look for where the bikes were because that's where all your friends was. You got to go out of the house, you got your bike. And there were 12 houses down. That's the way I grew up. We were the first suburbians. Yeah. And we had the corner house. So on the other side, at the other corner, a block away, it was the clubhouse with all the swings. And I tell you what, we used to burn the shit out of ourselves on those slides, the big little slides. You came down them anyway. The swings, the guys are just trying to see as high as they could go. And wrap it around the chain and around the support and come back down. They actually concreted it down further because it kept coming loose, it would come up and they could get very injured. This is the kind of shit we were doing. What are you doing? Stop that. I don't even know who's doing what at this point. Let's just stop that. Yeah, cats. It's always about the cats. Only they probably heard me say, "I am fidgeting again." No, I really don't look at myself when I'm on. That's why I said I understand why the people who do shows and stuff they would want to see too much because it's intimidating. You're like, is somebody talking to me? Where? What did I just say? Was it? And you have the whole house to yourself. I'm actually echoing again. I don't understand the youth either. They're at home, they're on a phone, and they're complaining they're bored, but they're sitting here on this phone or on the TV. Well, if you're bored, get do something. Clean the house. It's dirty. I really don't know about their house. I'm just saying. I'm never bored. I like being alone. I like being alone. I can do what I'm doing. I'm comfortable and happy. I don't have somebody at my door, so I can sell. I haven't done this Disney dusting for a week. And like I said, that's when everybody shows up. You won't touch that sucker for 3 or 4 days. Everybody and God will come by. You clean that shit every day. Not a soul even calls. It's like they know. So I was trying to talk Robert into put my pool up. We have a pool out in the shadow. We want to put the pool up. It's hot, and I don't like to go to a public pool. Well, especially at my son and daughter-in-law's home. They have the big pool. It's full. They ended up extending their entire subdivision, so they ended up like another couple hundred homes in there. So everything is overrun. I think they're looking to move now too. I don't know. I'd be devastated if they do. And like being this, I'm right in the middle of both my grandson and my son and my granddaughter, my daughter-in-law. They're an exit away, and my grandson's only about a mile and a half at his apartments. So I could, they're right here. And that's my entire family. So another reason I like being home alone. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do it this way. I'm going to take everything down and we're going to put stuff back on the shelves. And I'm looking at the shelves going, shit, what are these guys doing? So I'm scared to put them in there. My Egyptian collection is in the one carrier cabinet, and it works out fairly well. We had it over by the chair, but it kind of filled up the hallway. So now we've got rid of the big boards you saw. They see the cats playing in, and put the curio cabinets against that wall. This is a very strange house. My friend who passed away next door, now know the people there, but I used to go over there all the time. She used to come here all the time. And it was the exact same floor plan, except that this area that was the dining room was up a little bit, so you had to step down. And there was also a garage. We don't have the garage, which irritates my, my husband. He's a hoarder. He's got stuff everywhere. But he's good at it because when he needs it, he'll find it. It's there somewhere. Bless his heart. Yeah, so it's one of those things. I can see I'm already at 35 minutes here, guys. I have live chat up. If anybody's out there wanting to say something, please bring it. I think my little shot, my little jello shot, worked the wrong way in some ways. I seem to have heartburn this morning. Only because I had too much to do. I really do. I've got the sofa, the love seat, and the chair all full of my ceramics. Always. And I got to clean them, put them back, and I'm like sipping my coffee going, oh, hell no. I need to ring off too because my husband will be home soon. Oh, what's for breakfast? It's lunch. And he'll go, that's okay. I made gravy biscuits and sausage yesterday. And so that was a nice change. He's always wanting to make his potatoes and eggs. The Lord lives on potatoes and eggs. It's not like we have a lot of meat. Both of us don't care for meat very much. I don't know. I'm assuming people feel like me, and if they do, jump in here on Social Woodstock. Say what you mean. Say what you want. Everybody got to know who you are, where you are, none of that. And if they do, bring it for me. Well, get bored. Yeah, I'm never bored, but it'd be fun. Somewhat. See, I think I've covered all the things that are going on in the world right now. I was watching a paranormal video yesterday evening. And I don't know how anybody can stand up and go, oh, that stuff isn't real. We've had video since the 90s. There's some that have had it since the 70s and through the up to now. And some of the captures they get are so frightening. I remember when I was kind of growing up, I had parents like 7 years, and I used to run out of the basement. It was that you just knew they were going to grab your ankle, and you didn't see nothing, but you were running, flat out running, hitting that door at the top like at 30 miles an hour. And I would go out. We had the cellar doors, ones that slant on the wood. Kind of seen about tornado movies. These those as a shelter, and we did. So I would always open that door before I went down. I'd go outside, open that door, let the sunlight in a few minutes, and then I would go down. By the time I got to the bottom step, it was just oppressively heavy. It was just like, what the hell's going on here? Ain't even close. And so by the time you changed out the outfit, you grab a basket, you're going across the basement to go to the stairs. Sometimes I would end up taking the other stairs, 6 or 7, up to the flat, on the slanted type. And sometimes I would just run to the bottom of the staircase inside. but you were running by them and you just didn't know why, but you just knew they were going to grab you. So it was fight or flight back then. I saw something in the window in the kitchen one night that made me go back to church. You don't know what the hell that shit is. You ever try to get rid of something? You ever have something that you can't, you have to end up acknowledging, but you really shouldn't. And the activity gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Like the pounding will sound so loud that you can't spell your name right. And living that way for day after day, because who's going to help? The Catholics have even closed the school for exorcism. What you want, fast walker? She's patting my back. She probably needs something. They need food too. What you doing? Don't she's on the chair. Hey, fast walker. Did you get that? I see your little tail. Oh, she's walking. I don't even know what she's up to. Hey. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. I got pretty blue eyes. I think she looks a bit like a little mouser. She will bite me. She's so big. She needs to take a nap. She's just like a baby. She's cutting her teeth. Apparently on me. Look here. Here's one. What you doing? Huh? Here. Come here. Oh, hey. Good girl. She has grown a lot. She has grown a lot. I have to treat all of them shortly. Although most of them will sleep up here now. I'm, like I said, scared about the curio cabinets and everything because of all that glass. I'm used to that wooden shelving type thing, and it was open. And we have some stuff coming up. I like Brussels. Let's see. Yeah. All right. It's been a long day for all of us, I think. You would not believe. I said I wanted some chocolate. You would not believe how much that stuff costs. I put it back 3 times and said, "Oh, I really need it. Yeah, it's comfort food, so I just get it." But it's really it's theft. It really is theft. I think the government should go back to making sure that these things went out so high that you couldn't buy them. 3 years ago, you could get a gallon of milk for under $2. You can't get a gallon of milk for under $4 nowadays. I know I look. I'm one of those that craves milk. I don't know what that was all about, but I still do. I might get up at 3 a.m. and just chug the whole thing of milk. So I have to keep 2 or 3 gallons on hand, which Robert understands now. At first he thought, oh, it's kind of throw this milk away, but it's not. I drink a lot of milk. I don't really eat without milk. I don't care about it. If it's pizza, I need that. If it's sloppy joes, I'm going for milk. And sometimes I'll throw a little Nestle's in it and it make me a hot cup of. Yeah, so that's how that goes. I do need to get off. I say again, I've been rattled today. This is also why I said I might drop a few videos. I really need a screen. If I tell my husband, he'll run to get it. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Don't come in and tell me what you think about that. Yeah. For the rest, I think everybody should be very vocal about what racism is going on in the United States. For one thing, the United States has no right to pick any side. No, they're not. That's not what our country is about. And they don't seem to get the fact that this is not freedom of speech that's going on. This is hate crimes against a particular race of people. We said we don't have that here. Well, we have that here now. And yeah, it's heartbreaking to me. It's not the way I grew up, or my kids grew up, or even my grandson grew up. They didn't have that. We never thought we would again. We all said never again after the Holocaust. And it was so horrific. You couldn't figure out what was in their minds when this was going on. How do you convince soldiers to murder people? in cruel ways too. I mean, luckily, all my chairs do this, and you notice it's taken a lot of power to turn on the air conditioner. And that those jumps, I mean, my bill went up. It doubled this past month, and I don't know why it's having such a problem. Hey guys, I love everybody out there, guys. Some of you don't have time to send me messages or anything. And this is another reason I think I may just go ahead and start dropping a few videos instead of getting up here and expressing what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something. I want you guys to help me. I want you to stand up for social Woodstock. It's Woodstock. We're hippies. Even if you want to go by the moniker of baby boomer, we have to do something. We have to stand up. This racism in our country is so horrible against the Israelis who are still fighting on two fronts because they're being attacked every night on two fronts. And they're being, what? I don't recall any Afghanistani attacking us. I do not recall any Iraqi attacking us. So what were we doing there for 20 years? Hands, I don't know a shit thing about it. I'd like to. If y'all know something that I don't know, which is a very big possibility, pop your ass at the seat and send me some comments. If you like, we can pull up whatever you want. I don't care. It's social Woodstock. That's the whole point. That we use this medium while we can, while it's free, and stand up and say, we're pissed off. We're not taking this shit. You know? And what gives America the right to tell another country shit? Anything. There's nothing that gives us a reason to do that. To say, well, we support you, and then go back and say, no, well, yeah, you guys are killing a couple civilians, so we can't be there. I'm so ashamed of the country who's running it that I just usually don't even talk about politics. But it's shameful, it's illegal, it's horrible what they're doing to a former president. Yes, I'm sure he had a fit because it sounds just like O'Donnell. There was no filters on that boy. And I love his son. His son is like a foot taller than him, and they're not short. Melania, she made a beautiful first lady, I think. I don't care what she did. I don't care what people have at their past, what matters is what they're doing now. How you treat somebody is between you and them. If they don't treat you right, you don't have to deal with their shit. But if they treat you right, you have no reason to. We don't know the first lady. We don't have a clue. I've never seen Jill. I'm sorry. Yeah, you had a beautiful first lady a couple of times in the United States. I wouldn't say that's the case now. She is very old, though. Same with me. I just go with it, hide the mirrors. But I'm not real happy with the world is being run from America. Again, we don't have the right to tell the country shit. That's being attacked on two fronts. And you're not going to stand by it suddenly? You don't have the right to condemn them. You don't have the right to do that. I don't think. I would love to be proven wrong. Show me. Bring it. It's, like I said, prices on everything has jumped almost 4 times higher than it was a year ago. There's no reason for it. I keep trying to get rid of it. So I'm gonna get off before I get stupid. So I'm shooting that lightning. The whole house dims whenever the air conditioner kicks on. It didn't do that before, which always hurts. Because we've replaced it 3 times now. We've been here 12 years, I think. 3 times on one unit, that's a lot. I used to dispatch for the air conditioning company. I won't say who. I thought it was good, and I like my drivers. I like my guys go out and do what they do. But the company I was working for bellied up. We had a lot of those. I did a lot of them. So come in, say hi. It's social Woodstock. It's free. Tickle the bell. We do this for entertainment purposes only. If they want to pull it down, they can pull it down. I don't really care. Again, social Woodstock. I am not supposed to give a shit what the man thinks, as we used to call those who are in authoritative positions. I don't like none of them. They militarized even the IRS, for God's sake. They militarized the police, they militarized the IRS, and then you got the ones who were military. They were militarized before we got the other ones in there. This Hunter Biden farce, too. That's one thing about politics I don't like. But hit me up when you know what y'all think. I'll pop up through here. So, stay swing, stay safe. Come see me, guys. All of us have some opinion about something. Toodles.